Hello, Algebra 1B, and welcome to another Keystone Review piece here, Equations of Lines Review, and there's a little project to go along with this one. Okay, now one of the famous things on the Keystones, and these are concepts that you have studied for a long time, are the standard form, the slope-intercept form, the slope of a line, and vertical lines. I have taken the liberty to recall each of the formulas for you, and I'll refer to them throughout. So standard form of a line, again, ax plus by equals c. A has to be positive and not a fraction. Okay, we went over that last time, but just remember that there. Slope-intercept of a form, okay, just recall m is your slope and b is the y-intercept. Slope of a line, okay, this is key here that your y values are all up top. So if you have 2 points, you can use those there. So say you have 1 and 3, and 2 and 5, your y values go up top, and the x values go down below, okay? Horizontal and vertical lines, the big old thing people tend to forget, vertical is always x equals, and horizontal is always y equals, okay? The good old Van Halen trick. Okay, so if you think of Van Halen, so if you say have the coordinate to 5, x, y, or vertical, horizontal can kind of help you out, and that 5 would be the horizontal line, and v, or x, would be the vertical line. Okay, you can keep that, of course, to help you out. Now, the main thing is finding the equations of lines. What you're going to be doing is actually drawing out your initials on a little flag, but I want to go through some examples. So let's say I'm just going to basically do my initial of my last name, and we'll make it a nice D for Dvorsky. Now, I would like you, of course, to make your neat lines, nice and neat, but for our sake, we'll just kind of go through this. So I have 3 lines here. Let's kind of go through each of them independently. So there's a blue line, that would be vertical. There are 2 oblique lines. Okay, and we'll talk about those. So your task is going to be to create your flag or your initials, but also go through the equations. So let's first look at the equation of the oblique line. So here is one of them, and we'll look first at this point. Okay, so equation 1, I need to find the equation of this line. So first I'm going to recognize what points it goes through. So let's find the 2 points of that line. Well, they are, okay, this is -3 and up 4. Again, over is your x, up is your y. So again, I'm just focusing on this line. Okay, there's 1 point. The other point is at 1, 0. Okay, different ways you can find the slope or the equation, but we're going to use those 2 points. So the 2 points we're looking at are -3, 4, and 1, 0. Step number 1, we have to find the slope. Slope is equal to, again, y2 minus y1. So again, there's my y's in red. Or 0 minus 4 all over x2 minus x1, or 1 minus -3. Don't forget, if it's negative, it's really minus the negative. So put them in parentheses, okay? Sorry. Now, going from there, just kind of recognizing, well, 0 minus 4 is -4. 1 minus -3 is really 1 plus 3, or 4, and that means my slope is -1. That's m. From there, you can substitute m into slope-intercept or point-slope form. So we can actually substitute it into slope-intercept form. So y equals mx plus b. You are going to choose one of your coordinates. So let's choose the coordinate -3, 4, and substitute that as well as m into the equation. Okay? So our equation, y equals mx plus b, here is m. Y, again, is, well, x is in red. We'll try and stay with the same colors. So the last piece here is to find what b is equal to, or the y-intercept. And simply put, we're going to substitute everything in. So y is 4 equals, the slope is -1. The x value is -3, and plus b. Okay, that means this is 3 is equal to 4 plus b. Subtract 3, and I get b is equal to 1. Now, after all that hard work, your very, very last equation is the formal equation, and that is referring to y equals something x plus b. You're filling in the blanks. Well, you found the slope, which was -1. So that's the m you found, and the b, which is 1. Okay, so that is the formal equation of the line. You're going to need to do that for all the oblique lines. Now, the other type then are simply vertical or horizontal, and I have a vertical line, and that is the blue one here. Okay, so let's just write the coordinates this vertical line goes through. Okay, so on this vertical line is the coordinate -3, 0. Okay, now since it's vertical, you have to recall what type of line. It's always x equals, and simply put, all we have is the x value, so -3. So that is the value of the vertical line. If by chance I had a horizontal line, let's just kind of draw one in here. Let's say it's right in, or let's say I'm making one right here. Yep. Okay, this equation would be y equals, and again, one of the points it goes through, this is 0, -5, okay, would be here, -5. So it's always your y. So horizontal is y. Okay, what you need to do then is kind of follow along to the next piece, which is a little project. You're going to be making a flag, so to speak, of your first and last name initials. Okay, you need to have each of the following types, so refer to the rubric, but you need to have each of the types of lines. So you need to have at least an oblique, several oblique, vertical, and horizontal. Okay, so good stuff with that. Ask me, of course, if you have any questions, and have fun.